car to have been designed in India in 1991, and this car has been designed once more in India, and Indian design is at a global level.
After winning the World Cup, it's a first appearance front of Indian audience, and through Sierra, I think it's a very special moment. I feel legends is a very big word for me, adding me into that frame, because I have been working hard for so many years. Now finally I have reached to the point where people have started recognizing women's cricket, so I mean it's a great feeling for me. जीतने के बाद जब अब इस गाड़ी में घर जाएंगे, that will be a very special feeling for me. And सियारा से बेटर कार क्या हो सकती है जो इतने सालों के बाद कम बैक कर रही है.
This was a car that was the first car to have been designed in India.
I still remember what it felt like, what it looked like, sounded like. I grew up with it. Now it's back. They actually brought it back. Like a memory that's real again. Familiar, yet unlike anything I've ever seen.
Because this was the car that was the first. You might think that redesigning an icon is inundating or it's like overwhelming, but you know, most car designers, this is stuff we dream about.
When we first came up with the concept theme that got selected, the whole idea was minimalism through reduction of shot lines, reduction of feature lines that go on.
The authenticity and the stance of the vehicle, this feeling of you can go everywhere, the robustness is something which is, I think, very important on that car when you see it for the first time.
Original theme of Sierra was to not look at it as an automotive interior, but to conceive as a living room.
You know, reviving an icon, but at the same time taking it to global standards was really the challenge for us up front.
The biggest challenge we actually had to take on was coming up with an execution where we were actually devising India's widest single-piece DRL.
The B-pillar, which really, you know, enhanced this canopy, this big glass transparently bring all the lights inside this car, was a very important element.
There was no factory in India that could actually make such a lamp. So in order to deliver this product to the standard that was approved by our management, we had to go redesign what was possible in the Indian landscape in terms of manufacturing and in terms of quality.
And you know, when we see the car today, it's pretty much the original vision. So that emotion you're talking about, it's pure satisfaction. You know, we took it from A to Z, and we haven't lost any of the authentic, you know, message we wanted to have.
To be honest, having seen the original Sierra as a 6-year-old in India, and now being able to work on the return of the product to the market, for me it's just a childhood dream fulfilled.
Because this was the car that was the first car to have been designed in India in 1991, and this car has been designed once more in India, and Indian design is at a global level.
After winning the World Cup, it's a first appearance front of Indian audience, and through Sierra, I think it's a very special moment. I feel legends is a very big word for me, adding me into that frame, because I have been working hard for so many years. Now finally I have reached to the point where people have started recognizing women's cricket, so I mean it's a great feeling for me. जीतने के बाद जब अब इस गाड़ी में घर जाएंगे, that will be a very special feeling for me. एंड सियारा से बेटर कार क्या हो सकती है जो इतने सालों के बाद कम बैक कर रही है.
This was the car that was the first car to have been designed in India.
I still remember what it felt like, what it looked like, sounded like. I grew up with it. Now it's back. They actually brought it back. Like a memory that's real again. Familiar, yet unlike anything I've ever seen.
Because this was the car that was the first. You might think that redesigning an icon is inundating or it's like overwhelming, but you know, most car designers, this is stuff we dream about.
When we first came up with the concept theme that got selected, the whole idea was minimalism through reduction of shot lines, reduction of feature lines that go on.
The authenticity and the stance of the vehicle, this feeling of you can go everywhere, the robustness is something which is, I think, very important on that car when you see it for the first time.
Original theme of Sierra was to not look at it as an automotive interior, but to conceive as a living room.
You know, reviving an icon, but at the same time taking it to global standards was really the challenge for us up front.
The biggest challenge we actually had to take on was coming up with an execution where we were actually devising India's widest single-piece DRL.
The B-pillar, which really, you know, enhance this canopy, this big glass transparently bring all the lights inside this car, was a very important element.
There was no factory in India that could actually make such a lamp. So in order to deliver this product to the standard that was approved by our management, we had to go redesign what was possible in the Indian landscape in terms of manufacturing and in terms of quality.
And you know, when we see the car today, it's pretty much the original vision. So that emotion you're talking about, it's pure satisfaction. You know, we took it from A to Z, and we haven't lost any of the authentic, you know, message we wanted to have.
To be honest, having seen the original Sierra as a 6-year-old in India, and now being able to work on the return of the product to the market, for me, it's just a childhood dream fulfilled.
Because this was the car that was the first car to have been designed in India in 1991. And this car has been designed once more in India, and Indian design is at a global level.
After winning the World Cup, it's a first appearance in front of Indian audience, and through Sierra, I think it's a very special moment. I feel legends is a very big word for me. Adding me into that frame, because I have been working hard for so many years. Now finally I have reached to the point where people have started recognizing women's cricket. So I mean, it's a great feeling for me. जीतने के बाद जब अब इस गाड़ी में घर जाएंगे, that will be a very special feeling for me. And Sierra से better car क्या हो सकती है जो इतने सालों के बाद कम बैक कर रही है.
This was the car that was the first car to have been designed in India.
I grew up with it. Now it's back. They actually brought it back. Like a memory that's real again. Familiar, yet unlike anything I've ever seen.
Because this was the car that was the first. You might think that redesigning an icon is inundating or it's like overwhelming, but you know, most car designers, this is stuff we dream about.
When we first came up with the concept theme that got selected, the whole idea was minimalism through reduction of shut lines, reduction of feature lines that go on.
The authenticity and the stance of the vehicle, this feeling of you can go everywhere, the robustness is something which is, I think, very important on that car when you see it for the first time.
Original theme of Sierra was to not look at it as an automotive interior, but to conceive as a living room.
You know, reviving an icon, but at the same time taking it to global standards was really the challenge for us up front.
The biggest challenge we actually had to take on was coming up with an execution where we were actually devising India's widest single-piece DRL.
The B-pillar, which really, you know, enhanced this canopy, this big glass transparently bring all the lights inside this car, was a very important element.
There was no factory in India that could actually make such a lamp. So in order to deliver this product to the standard that was approved by our management, we had to go redesign what was possible in the Indian landscape in terms of manufacturing and in terms of quality.
And you know, when we see the car today, it's pretty much the original vision. So that emotion you're talking about, it's pure satisfaction. You know, we took it from A to Z, and we haven't lost any of the authentic, you know, message we wanted to have.
To be honest, having seen the original Sierra as a 6-year-old in India, and now being able to work on the return of the product to the market, for me, it's just a childhood dream fulfilled.
Because this was the car that was the first car to have been designed in India in 1991. And this car has been designed once more in India, and Indian design is at a global level.
After winning the World Cup, it's a first appearance front of Indian audience, and through Sierra, I think it's a very special moment. I feel legends is a very big word for me. Adding me into that frame, because I have been working hard for so many years. Now finally I have reached to the point where people have started recognizing women's cricket. So I mean, it's a great feeling for me. जीतने के बाद जब अब इस गाड़ी में घर जाएंगे, that will be a very special feeling for me. And Sierra से better car क्या हो सकती है जो इतने सालों के बाद कम बैक कर रही है.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome. Today, we gather to witness a moment that blends legacy, innovation, and the spirit of India's evolving mobility story. A legend reimagined for a bold new India and crafted for the future. The Tata Sierra is an emotion, a symbol of freedom, and an icon reborn for a new generation. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the return of the legend. Welcome to the launch of the Tata Sierra. In every era, there comes a moment that sets a new direction. A moment when legacy meets leadership and the future finds its voice. From a name that shaped India's automotive heritage to a legend reborn for a new generation, the Tata Sierra stands as a testament of vision and leadership. I now invite the leader who has championed innovation, challenged convention, and inspired the journey that brought us here. Please welcome Mr. Shailesh Chandra, MD and CEO of Tata Motors Passenger Vehicles Limited.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a moment of immense pride to welcome you today as we witness the rebirth of a legend, a name that has defined aspirations, identities, and memories for over 3 decades. Some brands merely enter the market. A rare few go to shape culture. The Sierra has always been one such legend. When the Sierra arrived in 1991, it was unlike anything India had ever seen. It was designed to be different. It was designed to stand out. A novel, progressive design, a bold, unmistakable silhouette, a form factor years ahead of its time. The original Sierra broke convention with its forward-thinking 3-door design, the iconic wrap-around glasshouse, and a stance that radiated confidence. It introduced features unheard of then: power steering, power windows, air conditioning, features that would only become mainstream years later. But more than the features, it was the philosophy behind it that set Sierra apart. It was created with the belief that India should not settle for average, that mobility need not be mundane, but can showcase individuality, that engineering should challenge its limit, that a car should help you escape the mediocre. And that is why Sierra became a cultural symbol, a representation of innovation, boldness, and personal expression. And today that legend returns, reinvented for a new era. Sierra has been reimagined, re-engineered, and reborn for the world we live in now. It carries forward its unmistakable identity while elevating every dimension: design, technology, capability, and craftsmanship to a global benchmark. We brought the Sierra back because the values that created it are even more relevant today: bold individuality, advanced design, emotional identity, and the desire to escape the ordinary. India is once again at a cultural inflection point. Today's customers want something meaningful, iconic, and emotionally resonant, not just another car on the road. Sierra was born with that spirit. It returns back because time and India are ready for Sierra now. And just like the original, premiumization remains at the heart of the new Sierra. India is evolving, and so are Indian consumers. They are more expressive, more self-assured, and are looking for choices in every aspect of their life. Yes, there are many well-designed cars today, but design alone is no longer enough. What captures attention now is design with emotion, design with legacy, design that connects with identity and aspiration. And Sierra is one of the few nameplates in India that carries this emotional heft. For those who grew up seeing Sierra in magazines, it represents the dream they once promised themselves. For those who admired it on the road as young adults, it represents aspiration fulfilled. And for a new, younger cohort, it represents timeless cool, a design that stands out even in a sea of modern SUVs. This is why Sierra is not just another stylish car. It resonates across generations, each finding their own meaning in it. The mid-SUV segment has long been India's favorite. But in recent years, it has stagnated in terms of innovation. Even as the customer has evolved dramatically, today's buyers are willing to pay more for a richer experience. They want to premiumize their mid-SUV experience with more technology, more comfort, more refinement, and thoughtful design within the same footprint. And that is exactly where the Sierra fits in. It hits the sweet spot, right-sized for Indian families, big enough to be a step up, progressive in proportion, easy for anyone to drive, and spacious to deliver a truly premium experience. Let's hear what you had to say at our recent Brand Immersion Day in Mumbai.
How excited are you to see that badge in the Indian market?
It's very, very smashing. It looks very butch. The design on the front is incredible.
The signature elements of the Sierra really stand proud. This fat B-pillar on the original Sierra was actually on insistence of Mr. Ratan Tata himself. He really wanted that here to give it some kind of muscle along with the glass area.
Even at the back, it looks confident, squared off. I quite like how this looks.
यहाँ पे आपको warning lamp मिल जाता है. So when the boot opens, tail lamps obviously ऊपर चली जाती है tailgate के साथ. तो warning के लिए यहाँ पे lights मिल जाती है, जो रात को काफी useful चीज है. And European cars में मैंने देखा है Audi Q7, Q5 ये सब में भी.
The Sierra delivers levels above what is experienced in the current mid-SUV segment. It delivers more space, high comfort, advanced technology, legendary safety, and a genuinely premium environment. And that's why we believe the Sierra creates a new space in the industry, a space that could be defined as the premium mid-SUV, a segment born from listening closely to evolving consumer needs and pushing ourselves to innovate beyond benchmarks. Sierra takes a familiar footprint and expands it into every meaningful way, in space and in comfort, in luxury, and in everyday usability. On several parameters, it even surpasses high and luxury SUVs. We built the Sierra around a few core pillars: space, tech and safety, craftsmanship, and design. For today's consumer, premiumness begins with true openness, comfort, and elevated sense of roominess. The Sierra delivers a class-leading, expansive cabin experience with a generous seating space, a highly usable boot, and a true glasshouse ambience, creating an environment that feels more open, more comfortable, and more premium than anything else. Technology in the Sierra is focused on elevating the entire experience to a level this segment has never seen. It introduces a luxury class digital environment, immersive, intuitive, and seamlessly connected, transforming the cabin into an indulgent personal space. At the heart of this leap forward is the fact that Sierra is a true software-defined vehicle. It is engineered to evolve continuously, receiving the over-the-air updates that keep enhancing capabilities throughout its life. And with inbuilt 5G connectivity, a first for any ICE car in India, Sierra delivers real-time responsiveness, faster updates, and a future-ready connected experience. All of this is built on our all-new Argos architecture, a future-ready, AWD-capable platform engineered for serenity, stability, and refinement, setting a new benchmark for the category. And powering this platform, are 3 advanced powertrains: the 1.5 cryojet diesel and 2 all-new petrol engines, the 1.5-liter TGDI Hyperion and the 1.5-liter NA Revotron, offering smooth, confident performance across every kind of driving need. And as always, safety is non-negotiable. We once made India safer with country's first 5-star GNCAP rating. So when a legendary car returns, safety has to be legendary too. Today, we raise the bar once again, delivering yet another disruptive benchmark for the industry. Let's see the video.
Not too long ago, safety on Indian roads was left to chance until someone decided it shouldn't be. In 2018, Tata Motors became the first Indian manufacturer to voluntarily crash the Nexon. That crash delivered India's first 5-star GNCAP rating, and from that moment, safety became a part of every car buying conversation. The story continued with Altroz, Punch, Harrier, Safari, and Curve. And of course, the industry followed. Together, we made Indian roads safer. Now, when the legend returns, safety has to be legendary. For years, safety was measured in one way: a car against a wall, a car against a stationary object. But now, to make safety truly legendary, we had to test the Sierra against something just as legendary.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's how we changed the game on safety again. One crash, one legend, one truth. Most crash fatalities occur between moving vehicles. So we designed this test as a true car-to-car impact to mirror real-world conditions. When impact meets its match, what remains is pure engineering truth. When two legends collide, you don't witness destruction. It's simply an orchestra of precision. This is how safety evolves, how legends lead, and how millions of journeys stay protected every single day. Because what starts in this lab changes what happens on every road outside it. That's how a legend raises the bar, not by following norms, but by redefining them.
For the Sierra, 5 stars simply isn't enough. We engineered safety at a whole new level, and the real proof is in the car-to-car collision, which is the case for most real-world fatalities. What you saw in the video isn't just a test. It's a real-world scenario demonstrating exactly how the Sierra protects when it matters most. Craftsmanship is where true premiumness becomes personal. Every surface you touch and every detail you interact with has been designed with intention. The cabin feels refined, tactile, and harmonious with materials and finishes that come together to create an environment that feels genuinely elevated. This is luxury not just to look at, but luxury you can truly feel. The Sierra's unmistakable glasshouse, its confident stance, and its timeless silhouette remain, but every element has been elevated for today. It is a design that honors its heritage while embracing a modern progressive aesthetics, a design that stands apart on Indian roads and resonates across every generation. And with global recognition like the Red Dot Award, its design leadership is not just remembered, it is reaffirmed. And beyond design itself, there's a fifth pillar, one that ties everything together, brand Sierra. Owning a Sierra is not just about features or specifications. It is about owning an icon. It brings a sense of pride, identity, and timeless desirability, the kind of emotional equity no mediocrity can command. And hence, across all pillars, one purpose guided us: to break away from the ordinary, to escape the mediocre, and to create a car with cross-generational appeal. The Sierra represents the next chapter of Tata Motors. New in design, new in architecture, and new in its technological ambitions. But above all, it signals a shift in what Indian customers are willing to accept. For too long, choices in the market have felt ordinary, predictable, and interchangeable. Ordinary space, predictable tech, familiar experiences, dressed differently. The Sierra changes that, because escape mediocre is not a line, it is a belief. A belief that customers today want presence over conformity, individuality over imitation, and a drive that feels truly elevated. The Sierra enables them to move away from the mundane and the forgettable towards something distinctive, expressive, and full of intent. This is not just the return of a legend, it is a movement to escape mediocre. I would now like to invite Martin to speak about the design story behind the Tata Sierra. Thank you so much.
So hello, I'll walk you through the development of the Sierra. Like we were describing, it's not just any ordinary product, it's just not any SUV, it's an idea. It's something that stands for a set of principles. So when we talk about what the Sierra is, it's good design. But as we've said, good design is everywhere. The level of fidelity that our competitors and our customers expect is extremely high. So what is the differentiator? Good design is no longer, I would say, a USP. It's a standard. So the differentiator is the emotional connection. It's the way people perceive this vehicle that sets it apart from any other vehicle. Now, if you want to connect emotionally with the customers, a good way to do it is what we did, is to mine our heritage. Obviously, certain programs and products transcend their own existence. And the original Sierra did this more than any other in our portfolio's history. It became a cult car. It stood for something, an idea of what it represented to that generation of people. Of course, in 1991, what did the original Sierra represent? It was an avatar for a whole generation in terms of what India could be, what Tata Motors represented. It was freedom. It was an idea, it was an aspiration in terms of a whole generation of what it could be. Now, obviously, the original Sierra had a lot of iconic elements to it, the glass house, a very stable classic design, which was all horizontal, very confident, and at the same time, a simple, bold identity that really became timeless over the years. So when we started to do the new car a couple of years ago, it was a set of principles and ideas. This is not a retro design. This is a car that captures the spirit of the original vehicle, but translates that into a modern contemporary vehicle that meets the demands of the customers for this generation. Of course, the people who remember the original car will see the original ideas in this new one, but for a new generation, it re-represents those ideas that become timeless. Now, design is a long exercise. It's a group effort, and in many ways, that original sketch is an exercise of 2 hours, and then there's probably 2 years worth of work behind it. So we always say that good design is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. It's to create an iconic design. It's to create something that has cross-generational appeal, and I always say, it's all in the details. It's a relentless pursuit of perfection. It's the hard work. As I was coming onto the stage here, I looked across all of my colleagues, not just in design, but in all the departments, and I thought about so many discussions and debates, over the development of this product that were important, essential. It's the culmination of everybody's work. But I would particularly like to point out and acknowledge the work from our design team, especially our Indian design team. So if you guys could just stand up, just to take a bow, because it's the work. It's the work of this group of people who were extremely passionate about their work, but it's also the work of all of our other colleagues in the other departments. We had a lot of, like I said, discussions and debates, some of them a little bit hot, but nevertheless, it was all worth the effort and the result. So how did we do this? Well, like I said, it's hard work, but at the same time, it's inspired work. And the Red Dot Award is a terrific recognition from an international body of the quality of what we've achieved with this vehicle. Now, when it comes to the exterior design, as I said, it's all about proportions and stands. So it's getting that right balance. The original car was a 3-door. This is now a 5-door. So maintaining that sort of competence, capability. It has to communicate safety, it has to communicate power and capability, and it has to have a presence on the road that will turn heads instinctively. Of course, there's also the quality. This is a modern product, so if you think about consumer products nowadays, they are extremely flush. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. But even when we were describing that wrap-over glass panorama roof of the original car, this new car has an opening door, it has a drop glass on the rear door. So how do you achieve this? So again, a lot of hard work, the hidden waist rail, the pop-out door handle, all of these elements add together the perception of perceived quality that makes it a truly modern vehicle. On the front and the rear of the car, technology has always been a great differentiator and a driver of good design. So the end-to-end tail lamps and the DRLs as a single piece unit, again, was something that we really challenged our manufacturing partners, our suppliers, and there was no precedent for this in this segment. So again, we sat down and keep pushing ourselves, pushing the limits of what's possible, not for the sake of doing it, but because we believed it would all, again, culminate in that perception of extreme high-tech, extreme perceived quality. It also achieved other aspects. This is the slimmest headlamp in the industry, in the market, 17 millimeters. Again, each millimeter is worth the effort in terms of the fight, because it achieves, again, an overall perception. Good design is the culmination of many, many elements. Same with the tailgate. It's easy to draw something that's very clean. Maybe the designer just forgot that there were shut lines on the vehicle. But again, it communicates this sort of purity and timelessness to the design. And again, there's a functionality behind it. It tells the customers that the space in the tailgate is class leading. So again, everything has a method and behind it. Now, in terms of the sunroof, the interior is all about space. So it's about creating a huge glass house, whether it's the side windows or the panorama roof. The original car was really about this sort of lightness and the adventure and the road ahead. And for me, the lightness communicates almost deceptively the size of the vehicle. It feels like a larger car than its actual class. Now, soft materials are also an element that brings a premiumization into this segment, which is unparalleled. We really brought soft materials everywhere, whether it's the instrument panel, the doors, and the rear compartment. And that combined with the package and the class-leading space which we have really changes the perception from just an SUV to almost like a comfortable living room space in the form of an SUV space. Again, things like the floating armrest. It's a conventional package, you could say, but it's finding every little millimeter which would give you that element of extra space, extra functionality, extra storage, which gives it multi-purpose, and that's all crafted and considered into a complete package. Interior accents are also something. The emotional connection of not just the Sierra name, but little details throughout the vehicle. We always used to call them Easter eggs. But there are inspirations throughout the vehicles which I'm sure our customers will be finding throughout the development and throughout the life cycle of this vehicle, whether it's hints at where the product is manufactured, whether there's hints of where it originated, where it was designed, to just an homage to what the Sierra stands for, whether it's the horse avatar and other elements. Again, it brings an emotional connection. It's this sort of surprise and delight element to a vehicle that sets it apart from any other product. And again, this is a premium mid-SUV. It's iconic, it's contemporary, and it brings elements from cars in another class into this segment, which really set it apart. So competent, capable, well-designed vehicle, but also one that has this emotional resonance that'll set it apart. So that's essentially the story behind the design of the Tata Sierra. This was, to be honest, a privilege designing this car, a huge responsibility, but I think everybody did a terrific job. I think the product speaks for itself. But I'm now going to invite my colleague, Mohan Savarkar, the Chief Technical Officer, who's going to tell you a little bit about the technology and the powertrain behind this vehicle. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we step into the world of a true automotive icon, a world where individuality is celebrated, sophistication is expected, and every journey becomes a personal statement. It was an absolute privilege to be associated with recreation of this legend. Recreating Sierra's iconic silhouette to deliver premium interiors and modern technologies while meeting stringent structural, packaging, and aerodynamic requirements demanded nothing short of breakthrough engineering solutions. At the heart of this engineering transformation lies Argos, our all-terrain, ready, omni-energy and geometry, scalable architecture, a true revolution in modern SUV engineering. It's a bold step in engineering that fuses comfort, composure, and capability. Argos has been crafted to elevate the Sierra into an entirely new league by virtue of its versatility, robust and safe structure, dynamic control and composure, space and comfort leadership, and its scalable design. The Argos enables Sierra to deliver authentic SUV performance, superior approach, departure, and rampor angles on par with SUVs 2 segments above. Best in segment water wading capability of 450 mm above the wheel center. With such capability, customers can explore beyond boundaries, with complete assurance. The Sierra has been engineered with one uncompromising goal: absolute confidence. Its key highlights include load paths for maximum energy absorption, a rigid bulkhead-based architecture that improves torsional stiffness and durability, superior side impact, and also rollover protection. The platform is future-ready, supporting integration of new age technologies. On the road, Sierra's chassis blends premium ride quality with composure, ensuring comfort without compromising on capability. We have gone beyond regulation and new car assessment protocols that ensure that occupants are safe in all seats in more realistic car-to-car crash situations too. Shailesh just now showed us an AV of a car-to-car crash test that has been done first time ever at 50 kilometers per hour with a 50% offset, recreating a realistic family scenario, a father, a mother, and 2 children in both the cars. All 4 occupants in both the cars met regulatory injury criteria with adequate margin. As you saw, we could open doors instantly, all the seat belts could be released without resistance, and there was no fuel leakage. This is not just compliance. This is next level of safety delivered to our customers, period. The Sierra extends Tata Motors' uncompromising safety promise, providing advanced protection as standard. 6 airbags, 3-point ELR seatbelt anchor pretensioners are there in all variants. True safety is also about preventing a crash. Sierra elevates active safety with a comprehensive suite of more than 20 ADAS Level 2 Plus features that include segment-first intelligent speed assist and standard electronic parking brake. None of our cars has a manual parking brake. They all have adaptive cruise control and intelligent overspeed alert. With Sierra, our frequency-dependent dampers make the car glide and inspire confidence. They absorb imperfections of our cities with ease and deliver stability when the terrain demands more. Our R19 alloys anchor the Sierra with a confident stance that delivers an exceptional high-speed durability. When it comes to comfort and space, Sierra leads. India's largest sunroof transforms the cabin into a space filled with serenity, creating a lounge-like ambience. Its long wheelbase and couple distance, better than SUVs 2 segments above, create an indulgent cabin and an effortlessly premium experience. The Sierra also offers a commanding seating position that gives you confident, elevated view of the journey ahead and a sense of effortless control. Sierra's second-row gangway space exceeds luxury SUVs without compromising on the boot space. Every detail is designed to feel instantly familiar. Take the smart armrest. Its controls operate with the same ease as using a computer's mouse. Now let's step into the world of Sierra's powertrain choices. 3 engines, 6 powertrain combinations, each engineered to deliver refinement, responsiveness, and reliability. At the core is the all-new Hyperion GDI engine, right-sized, high-tech, and built for truly exhilarating performance. Let's look at the AV, please.
When you reimagine an icon for a new generation, it cannot just return. It must return stronger, smoother, and sharper. More alive than ever before. It must set new benchmarks, rewrite expectations. Because when something carries the name Sierra, it has to live up to the legend. Meet the future of performance. The 1.5 4-cylinder TGDI Hyperion.
Our vision was not to build just another engine. It was to redefine what performance could mean for a new generation. An engine that is best in performance, unmatched in its NVH characteristics, and linear power delivery without compromise in fuel efficiency. At its core, this engine stands on three pillars of excellence: hyper performance for power, hyper tech for intelligence, and hyper quiet for the NVH refinement. The Hyperion 1.5 is tested over 15 lakh kilometers across diverse terrains worldwide. Today, we are putting it to test at the challenging proving grounds of Kamloops.
Turbocharged torque that doesn't just move you forward, it carries you higher. Bend after bend, climb after climb. Where others gasp for air, this turbocharged engine just keeps breathing. Confidence you can feel. The confidence to conquer every incline, to keep going where the road ends. And the challenge begins. The 1.5 4-cylinder TGDI Hyperion, built to perform anywhere the Sierra dares to go. Tata Sierra, powered by the 1.5 4-cylinder TGDI Hyperion.
Thank you. Thank you. The 1.5 Revotron NA engine delivers exceptional real-world practicality. It includes an Atkinson cycle, a high compression ratio of 13, and cooled EGR. It features dual injectors and a friction-optimized ring pack, a patented intelligent lubrication system. The engine is future-ready for higher ethanol blends also. The 1.5 Cryojet diesel engine continues Sierra's legacy of unrivaled real-world performance. It is the only BS6 engine with LNT technology and a passive SCR, eliminating the need for DEF refills. Its key attributes include that it has very high thermal efficiency, it has an advanced turbocharger and intake system, and a best-in-segment torque of 280 Newton meters. The Sierra's sport automatic transmission technology from Aisin, Japan, that's synonymous with reliability. It brings the car smooth, refined shifts across all driving conditions, also low NVH, and a shift-by-wire and park-by-wire technology. At the heart of Sierra's digital experience lies the next-generation SDV Tidal 2.0 architecture. The key features include an Ethernet-based backbone that delivers data speeds up to 1 Gbps, 5G connectivity, a powerful 6-channel vehicle gateway ECU that orchestrates communication across 28 ECUs on the car. It also has 5 high-speed CAN FD networks that enable low latency and secure ECU interaction. And of course, it is comprehensive and end-to-end cybersecurity capable. This is technology not just for today, but for the future. Sound engineer. The Sierra has a signature sound that's crafted by the famous Kalmi, known for blending hip-hop, folk, and cinematic landscapes. He brings a fresh, contemporary sonic identity that perfectly matches Sierra's modern premium character. And I'll hold for a minute for you to listen. Okay. Now let's talk about our state-of-art Sanand plant. Laser brazing and laser stitch welding enable high torsional stiffness. CED or cathodic electrodeposition with a 0.2 micron surface finish and high solid painting provide for an exceptional exterior. With digital quality tracking, the facility delivers world-class build quality. Engineered for multi-model, multi-platform, multi-powertrain production, our Sanand plant is built for scale, precision, and craftsmanship. Well, in a large product like this, thousands of colleagues have contributed to making Sierra a success. Today, it's not possible for me to call them all on stage today. However, I'd like to introduce you to 4 individuals who have fronted the effort. And may I request to join me on stage, Yogesh Patil, if you're here, please come forward. Head of Vehicle Integration, who balanced all engineering attributes. Sagar Mahajan, Head of Supplier Quality, who led development of all parts. Jaideep Desai, Head of Sanand plant, who industrialized this premium product. Vivek Mishra, Head of Product Development, who orchestrated all activities. May I also request everyone in the audience who has played a role in making the Sierra to stand up in their places. So, ladies and gentlemen, please take a bow. Thank you, colleagues. A product of this scale, ambition and sophistication is never created alone. Today, I would like to also invite a few partners who have delivered a premium car experience to share a few words. Let's start with Javier Fonselas of Dolby Atmos. Can we have you on stage, please? Then Mr. K.S. Goindi of Nippon, Mr. Leonard Tan of Disse, and Mr. Krishna Kumar of Harman. So, all yours.
Hello, everybody. In a country that contributes almost 50% of all films released in Atmos, like India, music is integral to Indians right from birth, and delighted to bring the creator's dream into the Tata Sierra. So thrilled to be standing here at the Tata Sierra launch, a company which is truly an Indian multinational company in auto. Sierra becomes the first internal combustion engine vehicle from Tata to bring Atmos Play back to consumers. But better than me talking about it, let me show you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Welcome to the future of in-car entertainment. Presenting Dolby Atmos in Tata Sierra. Experience sound that moves all around you. Traditionally, audio has been limited to left and right speakers. With Dolby Atmos, sound comes alive, flowing all around you, immersing you in the entertainment you love, with more clarity, depth and detail than ever before. Experience entertainment like never before. Make every drive unforgettable with Dolby Atmos.
Thank you, Mr. Javier. May I now request Mr. K.S. Goindi?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll brief you why Hyper HUD is a key differentiator of Sierra with other vehicles. Firstly, Hyper HUD offers enhanced safety by projecting essential information, speed, warnings, and ADAS alerts directly onto the windshield. This keeps the driver's eyes on the road, reducing distraction and improving reaction time. Secondly, it provides improved navigation. Route guidance is displayed in the driver's line of sight with relevant arrows placed on the actual road ahead. This makes complex turns and lane changes easier and more intuitive. Thirdly, it delivers increased driver awareness by highlighting pedestrians, cyclists, signs, and potential hazards, even in low visibility. This additional layer of information supports smarter, much more confident decision making. Together, these benefits create an enhanced driving experience, more seamless, more premium, and more connected. For the industry and for Tata Motors, I dare say, Hyper HUD represents a powerful opportunity to elevate Sierra brand value and lead to the next wave of intelligent mobility. Thanks. Thank you.
Mr. Leonard, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Goindi. At DCSV, when we start our design, our team always asks one simple question. How do we make every drive more alive? The horizon view design is not just to show information, but to create emotion. The dual 12.3-inch passenger display and a 10.25-inch driver display work together like three storytellers on one stage. The design works in harmony with human moments. Second, with the LTPS, fast response technology, every stripe, every animation, every alert responds instantly, just like your heartbeat. Third, high contrast ratio. Driving journey happens in the day, in the night, in rain, and in haze. That's why we ensure high contrast ratio, where shadow look through, color breathe with depth, and more importantly, information remain crystal clear. Thank you.
Mr. Krishna Kumar.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. It's a proud moment to be here as we celebrate the return of a legend, the new Tata Sierra. For Harman, this launch represents a significant milestone in our long-standing relationship with Tata Motors spanning over 12 plus years. This car is built with advanced connectivity and next-generation in-cabin experiences. We will start with some exciting features in our JBL audio system. We have a first time in India sound bar integrated with our 12-speaker audio system. Logic 7, Harman's proprietary surround sound technology, gives you a premium home audio experience in the car. With 18 JBL modes, we provide unique experience to passengers. For example, with kids sleeping in back JBL mode, you can enjoy the music while your kids enjoy their sleep in the rear seat. Another example is where co-passenger can enjoy personalized audio using Bluetooth headphone connected to a car. My preference is always a JBL Bluetooth headphone. From audio, let us move on to connectivity. We are proud to bring made in India 5G connectivity, and Sierra owners can enjoy high bandwidth, features like emergency call and stolen vehicle tracking, support for HD streaming and video conferencing. Lastly, with Arcade App Store on both the center and passenger infotainment system, you can enjoy wide range of applications. Ladies and gentlemen, together these technologies create a personalized space that is immersive, intelligent, and future ready. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. May I now invite Mr. Blanco Salvatore of Marelli Motherson. Come.
Good afternoon all. It's a real honor to be associated with Tata Motors on this incredible model. I'm here to introduce the exterior light of the Tata Sierra. The headlamp first, with only 17 millimeters, the ultra slim module. We have introduced several advanced technologies in it to achieve the maximum intensity on the road, to assure the highest safety, combined with a perfect homogeneity of the light distribution to provide a maximum comfort during the driving experience. The front DRL and the rear lamps, for the first time in India, they are built in a single piece from end to end of the car, without any interruptions, any split line, the light is like an homogeneous line, and this reinforces the premium aspect, the premium look of the car. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Blanco. May I now invite Mr. Ravi Kune of Goldie. Mr. Ravi. Thank you. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a privilege to stand here today as a partner of this legendary product, Sierra. We started with the concept of top load to achieve the best and maximum daylight in the sunroof. Later on, we realized that there is a compromise in hands-through. Hence, we changed the design from top load to bottom load to ensure the legendary look of Tata Sierra, where we started from designing from the rear to achieve the maximum daylight and more space. So we pushed all our boundaries to achieve the best without compromising the structural stability and the integration. So finally, we are achieved the best in class in the segment, 4.3 meters car, wherein this is the best sunroof. And later on, we realized that this is one of the largest sunroof which we have designed for India market. Okay, so that is a great thing. It is in all segments, it is one of the largest sunroof. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ravi. Yeah. May I now invite Mr. Satyananda Sharma of Bosch. All yours.
Thank you, Mr. Savarkar. Namaste. Bosch is very proud to be part of this iconic program. I would like to highlight 3 key differentiators from the EMS system for this state-of-the-art 350 bar TGDI engine. Starting with the engine, AI-based software models ensure instant power, smooth acceleration, fuel economy under varied engine operating conditions, lower NVH in idle speed, and sustained peak performance over time with control valve injection valve operation. AI-driven capabilities of EMS software works in tandem with other control units in enhancing vehicle drivability. For instance, neutral idle control for smooth driving experience in stop-and-go traffic especially, hill assist and terrain mode functions for safe driving adapting to the road conditions. And lastly, the EMS is powered with the next generation EE architecture features, over-the-air updates, on the go, enabling rapid deployment of new features seamlessly, transceiver capable of flexible data rate and high bandwidth, supporting advanced prognostics and connected features, and wake-up features supporting comfort functions, for instance, remote engine start for preheating, defrosting windows, etc. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Satyananda. Thank you to each of our partners. Thank you for being part of this journey. And by the way, for Sudhir, Santosh, and Sagar, everyone has been asking me, what magic have you done in this car? The car looks so different and non-Tata so far. So congratulations to all you guys. Now I would like to invite Vivek on stage for the next section. Vivek.
Sorry. Thank you, Mohan. There are launches and there's a return of a legend. I'm truly privileged to be unpacking the Sierra for all of you today. It's often been said that the Sierra, OG Sierra, was way ahead of its time. But it's also true that today, the way the car has been engineered and designed ground up, India is now ready for Sierra. And why do we say that? I think Indian consumers, more than ever, are looking at premiumization and aspiration at every touch point, at every opportunity. And Sierra is going to provide them that. But that's not the only reason. I think all the technology and design that you've seen so far solves a few critical real-world issues that today we are facing on Indian roads.
the truth is, today, more than ever, all of us spend more time on the roads and in the car. Maybe it's because of the traffic conditions, due to the metro works and other things. All of us must be experiencing our daily commute going up by minutes every day, every week. But also the huge infrastructural development across the country in terms of expressways are motivating families to get together and drive long distances every time they have an opportunity. So really, the car has become a living space for the family on the go. If the car is a living space, why should it not feel like one? Why should it not be designed like one? If you go back to 2023, the first concept of the Sierra was conceptualized as a lounge on wheels. And that was a starting point. We asked ourselves, why should it be a car? Cars are designed with the driver's seat and then the rest of the interior follows. But with the Sierra, we did it the other way around. We designed it as a place where the family gets together. In living rooms across the country, families sit together, but each of us follow our own pursuits, our own interests. Why can't the Sierra do that? Living spaces that we choose and we build are definitely plush. We try to make them very comfortable, as open as possible, with great views. They need to be calming. After a hard day's work, you come back home, you have your downtime, and living rooms, life spaces calm us down, and most importantly, everybody tries to premiumize their living space, and that's the premise behind the Sierra. We've seen, the magnificence of the end-to-end display, but it really mimics the TV in the living room. Families come together in front of the TV in the living room, and the center stage in the Sierra is the end-to-end display. Be it entertainment, information, driver controls, or even gaming, the end-to-end entertainment has it all, seamlessly and with great fluidity. Getting into the entertainment part, customers using our arcade can download more than 30 apps to really power their productivity or entertainment or gaming. And this really works fluidly across all the 3 screens on the end-to-end LED that we have. Usually homes are powered by screens, but also by a home theater system. You already saw, for the first time in a car in India, we have a sound bar and also a home theater powered by Dolby Atmos, 12 speakers, making the Sierra an entertainment hub on wheels. Of course, we again saw the largest panoramic sunroof in the industry, but this is really an ode to the OG Sierra, the glass house effect, and also to replicate the living room. Living rooms have the largest windows or glass spaces in our homes. We usually choose the best views from our living rooms, and the Sierra replicates that. You have the open, airy feel of a living room in the Sierra, and the side glass as well as the panoramic sunroof replicates that. Now getting into the passenger seats, the front passenger seats, these replicate lounge chairs, fully ventilated. The driver's seat has memory functions, motorized, comfortable armrests, and the thigh support extender, all of you spoke about it when you saw it in the brand day, offers great flexibility and comfort on long drives, like lounge chairs at home. And of course, the high-power HUD makes driving long distances extremely comfortable, minimizes head movement, minimizes stress in terms of access to information. And the best part, with Mi Space, the Sierra memorizes 2 or 3 settings so that every time a new driver comes in, it automatically sets temperature controls as well as the seat setting so that it automatically sets it to the way you would like. At the rear, the OG Sierra was known for a sofa-like rear seat. Again, this is a kind of nod to the OG Sierra. And it's also a nod to the living room couch. It's really, really comfortable. The rear seat has a 2-stage recline function. The blinds, which are available, provide the privacy and the protection against sun. Boss mode allows you to really stretch your legs easily. Rear AC vents and 2 high-power fast chargers allow you to always stay powered, whether it's your phone or your computer. Cooling. We also try to customize the cooling to every individual. It's got dual zone FATC, left and right. Also express cooling, which has been a standard function across many Tata Motor cars, specifically for Indian summer. We spoke about the rear AC vents. We have a very powerful air purifier as well as a chilled glove box. I spoke about how individuals try to follow their own passions while being in a group. And the front passenger seats really does that in the Sierra. It creates a kind of oasis for this passenger. It allows this passenger to access their own infotainment, probably connect infotainment through maybe JBL headphones, and access their own infotainment, maybe even get into gaming, or access Teams or Zoom meetings and even see the presentations there without disturbing the ambience of the rest of the car. So this really is the oasis in the car. And while stationary, the Sierra has 3 modes of relaxation. Just like you change your ambience in your living room, the Sierra runs through, can opt for different relaxation modes, whether you want to light a warm fire, or you have a seaside mode, or a space mode which really opens out the sky for you. Mood lighting as well, we have 8 different curated themes, all at the touch of a button. So it's really like a living room, which creates a lot of flexibility and customization depending on the mood of the family. So the space is not just for people. The space is for materials as well, for stuff that we carry around all the time. The squared-off boot is really best in class. You saw the numbers Mohan presented earlier, but it's also very flexible. The rear seat is flexible, and storage space really more than doubles when you get all the seats down to 1257 liters. The boot can be accessed easily. It's a motorized hatch at the back, and a smart sliding passer shelf allows great versatility to access the boot space and maximize it as well. Coming to the inside, just like a home, the Sierra has a lot of cubby holes, lot of places to keep our precious stuff. You see the very, very flexible sunroof, the very flexible mobile dock, door umbrella slot, and my favorite is the storage space behind the front seat, where you can keep either your tablet or your phone without it running around the car. So very, very intuitive and just feels like home. You can store your precious things around the car. Coming to safety, we saw the video, legendary safety achieved, but there are many small things which we really experience on daily drives. And again, while there's a big list of safety features, my favorite is what we call as a foresight. When you put on the indicator on either side to either overtake or move lanes, so far we could see only the rear. Now with foresight, you can see both the rear and the front. So it is a dual blind spot detector, really makes it extremely safe and intuitive to achieve lane change maneuvers or overtake maneuvers. Coming to the main hero, the driver, we call it the command space. All the driver controls are very intuitively laid out. We call it the command center. Very, very high quality controls. The auto hold button, the knob for the terrain control, the high quality monostable shifter, and like Mohan said, my favorite, the ORVM click panel, which replicates a mouse, extremely intuitive, extremely ergonomic. IRA, faster than ever, thanks to Snapdragon SA522, powered by 5G connectivity, 5 new industry first features available on IRA on Sierra now. The Sierra really is one SUV for every character in the family, for every you. Be it a very upmarket business meeting, be it a camping trip with your family over the weekend, be it an extremely packed return trip from the airport, the Sierra achieves everything effortlessly with a huge sense of premium. We saw the 4 pillars of premium that Sailesh, Mohan, and Martin elaborated, whether it is space, craftsmanship, tech, safety, or design. But for me, the most important is, how do we take safety to the consumer? Usually presentations like this are about how all the features are there, but it's all in the top trim of the product. but we take great pride. And I'm going to start with the features present in the entry base trim of the Sierra. As you can see, in the Sierra, premium isn't a privilege, it is standard. Really, really upmarket features like the bi-LED projector, the end-to-end DRL that we spoke about, single piece, all-wheel disc brakes, push-button start, the rear sun blind, tilt and telescopic steering, rear AC vents, all standard. Upmarket features, segment above features from the base trim itself. This is just a short snapshot. All the features you see in yellow are available from the base trim. So when we say Sierra is a premium SUV, we really mean it. It starts right from the base trim and goes up to the higher trims. Of course, when we go to the top trims, you have many, many industry first, segment first, or 2 segment above features. We spoke about the end-to-end DRL, the end-to-end infotainment system, the sound bar, the JBL Black with AudioWorks, R19 alloy wheels, largest in the category by far, and of course the high power HUD, really making it 2 segments above in terms of experience for our customers. Again, here's the list of features. What I showed you before was just a small sample. The top trim, the accomplished persona, comes with a long list of first-in-class features. The persona walk for you, I'll allow you a second to take your photographs. We have kept it extremely simple. We start with smart, go to pure, adventure, and accomplished. And many of the features, I spoke about the base trim and the top trim, but I can assure you that every single trim in between is spec'd much, much higher than what other SUVs in this space deliver. We spoke about 3 powertrains. Here's a quick look at the powertrain matrix for you across different variants. And of course, the colors. Martin showed the colors. You've seen the colors in the brand day. Extremely, I would say, exciting colors, bringing forth different personalities of the Sierra for you. So, as we see, I'll quickly reiterate that Sierra, of course, it's premium. Of course, it's opening out a category. But it's not just limited to the top trim. It's available for everybody who's in this category looking for a premium experience. It's a car which allows people to escape the ordinary and escape mediocrity. It's time now to welcome the Sierra into Indian roads. Thank you.
there is a special performance before the launch. Requesting all of you to please take your seats. The sound of the new Tata Sierra has been crafted by a record-breaking platinum-certified producer, redefining India's presence on the global stage. Kalmi. From global hits to future-facing sound design, he now brings his signature cinematic energy to every rev, every drive, every moment in the Tata Sierra.